Hey, thanks a lot, Carly, and welcome back, folks, to more state tournament basketball coverage on KDHL. 70th year of presenting the State High School Boys Basketball Tournament with baseline-to-baseline coverage, jumping from arena to arena. Gordy Kosfeld wrapped up about a half an hour ago or so with that 4A quarterfinal. Eden Prairie winning 65-38 over Osseo. Earlier today, Cretin-Derham Hall beat Wayzata in a 4A quarterfinal. Here at Williams Arena, a couple of games that did not come down to the wire. Earlier this morning, actually, I had the De La Salle 90-63 win over Hermantown. And then about half an hour ago, Columbia Heights finished off St. Thomas Academy in the 4-5 game, 75-62. Sometimes those 4-5 games are your closest games of all, some overtimes and things of that sort. Not so much so far, so we'll wait for maybe one of these other games to come down to the buzzer. For those of us who enjoy following the Big Nine Conference, we're hoping that the Austin Packers, who are about to play against Sauk Rapids Rice, and Mankato East, who will play shortly against Delano, can prevail and move into an all Big Nine final, or semifinal, in tomorrow's semifinals. Today's game is brought to you by H&R Block of Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville, by Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault, the Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp in St. Peter, Matt Mering Auction Service of Kenyon, Cashwise Foods of Owatonna, Cannon Valley Water, part of Water Systems of Minnesota, Taji Jewelry of Kenyon, Pine Island Lumber, and the Goodhue County ADA. So for Sauk Rapids Rice, they come in with a record of 21-8 on the season. Their only other state tournament appearance was in 2003. They were the runner-up. The Storm are paced by senior forward Dang Diang, who averages 14 points per game. Austin was the runner-up to De La Salle last season. The Packers have been the runner-up 3 times since 2013, each time against De La Salle. Austin outscores their opponents by an average of about 20 points per game. Senior forward Duth Gotch averages more than 16 points a game for the 26-2 Austin Packers. Austin has some very impressive wins on the season. They beat Forest Lake and Lakeville North during the Lakeville North Holiday Tournament. Both the Rangers and Panthers are here at the state tournament. They scored a couple of wins over Mankato East this season. Ended up with a split against Rochester John Marshall. Austin has had a very, very fine season. Sauk Rapids Rice has had a lot of really close games. Early on, a 2-point win over Bemidji. They had a double overtime loss against Wilmer, an overtime loss to Brainerd, a close win over Little Falls, a 6-point win over Sartell St. Stephen, a 3-point win over St. Cloud Tech. The list of close wins and losses goes on and on and on for the Storm. In the playoffs, in fact, Sauk Rapids Rice beat Sartell St. Stephen by 2, then beat Detroit Lakes by 14, and then ended up winning by 5 points over Fergus Falls. So they've been locked in some very close games. Can Sauk Rapids Rice, who is ranked number 14 in the state, keep up with the Austin Packers, who average 78 points per game? Sauk Rapids Rice averages about 65 points per game. The players and the opening tap of this AAA quarterfinal coming up in 2 minutes on KDHL AM 920.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from BofI Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
The 4 for $4 from Wendy's has a lot of fans because it's a deal that gives you a sandwich plus 4 nuggets, a small fry, and drink, all for just $4. But now the 4 for $4 has more variety than ever with 8 sandwich choices.
I'm loyal to the double stack.
I'm Junior Bacon Cheeseburger through and through.
I pledge myself to the crispy chicken sandwich.
I'm loyal to my hunger.
Whether you're loyal to one sandwich or all 8, the Wendy's 4 for $4 has a sandwich for you. So try them all and pick your favorite. Now that's deliciously different.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
Nobody knows paint quite like the pro, and nobody appreciates pro painters quite like the Home Depot. During Pro Appreciation Week, March 19th through 25th, Pro Extra members get special discounts on top pro brands, like 25% off all Behr Pro paint. Nobody beats our prices, guaranteed. And that's especially true for pros. Pro Appreciation Week, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Available in-store while supplies last. Must enter Pro Extra phone number at checkout to receive discount.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Kinetico water system. We have a wide range of Kinetico water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's Water.
Rosters are about to be introduced. Starting lineups and the start of this afternoon's AAA quarterfinal game. The winner will advance to tomorrow's semifinals at 2 o'clock at Target Center against the winner of the next game between Mankato East and Delano. And the loser of this game will play over at Concordia University in St. Paul tomorrow in the consolation semifinals. It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Mehring Auction Company in Kenyon. Nobody does farmer real estate auctions better. When you're thinking about having a farmer real estate auction, start by contacting MehringAuction.com. For Sauk Rapids Rice, they'll be the visitor in essence here today, as Austin is the higher seeded team. For the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm, at a guard, a 5'9" junior number 1, Braden Treader. At a guard, a 5'10" senior number 10, Nathan Waldorf. At a guard, a 6'3" junior number 13, Cade Milton Baumgartner. At a guard, number 25, a 6'1" senior, Anthony Mossman. And at a forward for Sauk Rapids Rice, a 6'7" senior number 24, Cody Landwehr. The Storm come in at 21-8 on the season. Their head coach is Derek Peterson in his second season. They enforce and ride defense and rebounding as two of their main cogs. They average 65 points a game and give up 62 points per game. For the Austin Packers, Big Nine Conference co-champions, and here at the state tournament for the 31st time, dating all the way back to 1913. The Packers will start at a guard, a 5'11" senior number 4, Tate Hebring. At a guard, number 5, a 6-foot junior, Mehdi Obang. At a forward, number 1, 6'5" senior, Duth Gotch. At a forward, number 3, 6'2" senior, Moses Esau. At a forward, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Naigoa Obani. So it's Esau, Hebring, Obang, Gotch, and Obani for Chris Fadness, 25 years as head coach for the Austin Packers. 25 years, 421 wins over that time. Joe Kroc is one of the assistant coaches, a St. Cloud State alum. He played baseball there and is the current Austin baseball coach. Josh McCray out of Long Prairie, Gray Eagle. Anna Meyer, first year on the staff. She is Tate Hebring's sister and was the Packers head girls basketball coach last season. Played basketball at Bemidji State, an Austin alum. And Jamal Gibson, an Austin alum, second year on the staff with Coach Fadness, Chris Fadness, 25 years as head coach for the Austin Packers. Derek Peterson in his second year as head coach of Sauk Rapids Rice. A record of 33-23, first appearance at the state tournament for him. He was an assistant coach for Sauk Rapids Rice for 12 years before becoming the head coach. Sauk Rapids Rice does have one previous appearance here at the state tournament. A few of the statistics to share in our stats of service of H&R Block. Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna, don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won. 78 points per game for Austin, 65 for Sauk Rapids Rice. 57 points allowed per game by Austin, 62 for the Storm. Each team shoots about 47% from the floor. Sauk Rapids Rice is 36% on three-point shooting. The Packers are 38%. Austin And so that's just percentage. Austin has hit 297 three-pointers on the season, well more than double of what the Storm has done at 133 three-pointers. So 297 made three, Austin, 133 for Sauk Rapids Rice. Rebounding, about 32 per team. Austin very good at sharing the basketball, 19 assists per game. The Storm, 13 assists. Each team turns the ball over about 13 times per game. The biggest stat difference besides that three-pointing shooting disparity, just how many more three-pointers Austin shoots and makes than most of their opponents, is the Packers are averaging 16 steals per game. Sauk Rapids Rice, 3. So just the defensive intensity is going to be much different between these two teams. The Austin Packers have won the state championship 3 times. They've been a runner-up many, many times, including last year. And their appearances at state all the way back to 1913. Amazing, the tradition, the history that exists with Austin basketball. 26-2, co-Big Nine Conference champions, and Sauk Rapids Rice 21-8. 14th ranking in the state. Austin number 2 in the final poll from Minnesota Basketball News, behind only De La Salle. Sauk Rapids Rice plays in the Central Lakes Conference. They ended up in 4th place in the conference, behind Wilmer, Fergus Falls, and St. Cloud Tech. And Austin, a co-Big Nine Conference champion with Rochester John Marshall. They split with John Marshall and lost a game against Owatonna as far as their 20-2 conference record. With Carly Ross back at the studios, this is Roy Koenig. Gordy Cosfield is still courtside down at Target Center. He'll have that Lakeville North versus Maple Grove boys game coming up at 4 o'clock over on Power 96. We're free to play here between Austin and Sauk Rapids Rice. KDHL, Faribault, Minnesota. Great to have you tuned in. Even on the KRFO, I should say KDHL app. KDHL app and KDHLradio.com. Sauk Rapids Rice. I know green is one of their primary colors, just watching all the fans come in, but they're in white and yellow here. Packers force a turnover, and Austin's Issa loses his shoe in the process. He's putting it on as his team launches a three-pointer and misfires on that. Issa is ready to play defense. He never left the backcourt as he lost his shoe. He put it on during the course of play. No score, a half minute in. Sauk Rapids Rice goes over the top against a pressure defense to get it into the front court. Three-pointer from the right wing, well off the mark, picked up on a bounce by Tate Hebrink. Hebrink is forced to turn back toward his own baseline. For a moment, the Storm put on some pressure, but then back off. Big thanks to MaringAuction.com presenting the starting lineups for today's game. Gotch, Issa, Hebrink, Obang, and Obani. For the Austin Packers, they're dressed in red with white numbers. Austin across the front, moving in, stepping back, and then almost losing the basketball was Issa. He'll hand it off to Obani. And now, off of a screen, the runner off the glass, misses by Obang. And a rebound taken down by Sauk Rapids Rice. Treader will dribble into the front court, get a return pass, knocked out of bounds by Duth Gotch. It will remain Sauk Rapids Rice ball. At the conclusion of today's game, I'll select the Taji Jewelry player or players of the game. Taji Jewelry Kenyon with a number of Howard Miller grandfather clocks, and they're ready to move those out the door. Swing on by. A variety of styles. Incredible. Here's a steal. And the Packers trying for the dunk. He missed it. Duke Gotch attempting a slam dunk. Missed. We remain scoreless 90 seconds into the game. Steal led to a fast break, but no points on that one. Entry pass goes over the right shoulder and lost. Another turnover on Sauk Rapids Rice. Packers into the front court on the right wing is Esau behind the back dribble. Out top to Hebrink, and he'll swing it over to Gotch. Gotch steps back at the top of the key. Now Obang on the left wing. Comes over on the right-hand dribble, gives the ball to Esau. Esau gets double-teamed. It's a tie-up. Tie-up should belong to Austin. Packers have possession here as Sauk Rapids Rice had won the opening tap to get the first possession of the game. So the Packers will inbound. Head coach Derek Peterson standing, clapping on this, inspiring his defense of Sauk Rapids Rice on this raised floor here at the barn. Hebrink passes to the top of the key to Obani. He gives to Issa. No score. 2 minutes in, no score in this basketball game. Austin number 2 rated, Sauk Rapids Rice number 14. Hebrink drives and dishes. They work it around. Obang goes out to Obani. Obani drives up the lane, around and in. Obani on the basket, and then Austin puts on pressure, but Sauk Rapids Rice just sprints into the front court. Then a collision, a contact between Gotch and the ball handler. Should be a foul on Duke Gotch. It'll be the first on him, first on the Packers. Naigoa Obani, 6'4" senior with that first basket of the game. He averages 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. And now a blocked shot is wedged between the rim and the backboard by Moses Isa. So it's a missed shot for Sauk Rapids Rice. Landwehr on the shot, but alternating possession goes to, on that the ball pinned between the backboard and rim, goes to Sauk Rapids Rice. A three! Nathan Waldorf. He's a pretty good three-point shooter, 27 out of 64. 5-point average per game is all. I think we got a foul being called at the other end of the floor. So it's 3-2, Sauk Rapids Rice, almost 3 minutes into this first half. At halftime, we'll look at in the Pine Island Lumber halftime report. When it's time to complete any building project you want quality materials, the place to go is Pine Island Lumber. Foul is whistled on Waldorf. It'll be his first. Long-range shot misses. Rebound by Treader. Braden Treader, a junior, 7 point, 3 rebounds per game. They get the ball inside. Taking it to the basket is Cody Landwehr. He draws the foul, and he'll get a chance at a 3-point play. Foul is on Obani, his first, team's second. Now, Landwehr is quite the player. He's 10 points away from being the all-time leading scorer at Sauk Rapids Rice. He's already the number 1 all-time rebounder, and his free throw is good. 78 out of 123 on free throws, and 6-2, Sauk Rapids Rice up 3 minutes into this first half of this state 3A quarterfinal. Austin Packers, a runner-up a season ago to De La Salle. Hebrink loses the ball, picks it up again, skips it over to Gotch. Gotch in traffic, flicks it up and in. Duke Gotch scores 16 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He gets his first basket, 6-4, Sauk Rapids Rice. Ball jabbed loose by Hebrink out of the hands of Landwehr. Landwehr, by the way, will play basketball at Bemidji State. I know during the game earlier today I made a reference to Bemidji State because one of the players on De La Salle is going to play football there, Sage Booker. Austin hoping to run into De La Salle on Saturday in the championship game. They can get that point. There's a 3-pointer miss, offensive rebound. Sauk Rapids Rice goes through the hands of Landwehr, but he hustles back to get it just shy of the timeline. And then Hebrink, trying to wrestle the ball free or create a tie-up, is going to get called on the foul instead. So Tate Hebrink is whistled on the foul. That's his first, team's third. Not quite 4 minutes in. We don't usually get fans hollering from Media Row, but a couple of fans have snuck up here and are hollering at the officials. Not usually, you can do that down below, usually not encouraged here in Media Row. Shot taken, missed by Landwehr. It is rebounded by Obani. Packers lose it in the front court. We've gone 4 minutes into this game, 6-4. Sauk Rapids Rice with the lead. That full court pressure by Austin almost creates a turnover. Mossman then threw it across the court to Treader after it was almost knocked away from him. Landwehr, Mossman looks at a 3, decides against, passes it over to Treader. Treader drives up the lane, basket good. Treader, 7 points per game. He's got 2. It's 8-4. Sauk Rapids Rice on the Garlic's Water Conditioning and Faribault scoreboard. At the other end, Packer player off glass is good for Logan Broughton, a sub into the game. There's no substitute for the quality you'll find at Cashwise Foods Owatonna. And at the other end, high off-glass miss, rebounded by Deng for the Packers. Jarred free, turned over. Sauk Rapids Rice kicked out to Mossman. Mossman, the runner on the baseline, missed it. Weak side rebound hauled in by Broughton. By the way, the Taste of Easter, Friday 3:30 to 6:30 at Cashwise Owatonna. Saturday 11 to 2. You'll find samples in a number of departments. You got to stop by Cashwise Foods Owatonna. They're our substitute sponsor. A couple of subs in the game for the Packers. Deng is in. Broughton is in. A long shot is good. O'Banney on the basket. That was a 2, and we are even at 8 points apiece. 8-8, 12:25 to go first half. Ball tipped by Hebrink into the backcourt, but Milton Baumgartner goes back across the large letter M to retrieve the basketball. He gets a return pass on the left wing, looks inside. Landwehr fouled, missed his shot, but he got shoved. In fact, he almost went sliding off the raised floor, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Milton Baumgartner will get 2 free throws. And it's Logan Broughton picking up the foul for the Packers. I should find my Minnesota State High School League stat page if possible here. H&R Block, Faribault, Lakeville, and Owatonna. Presenting the stats of the game, 2 for 2 on free throws for Sauk Rapids Rice as a team. 3 turnovers for the Storm, 2 for the Packers. I think that, wait, who's at the free throw line? Milton Baumgartner had the ball at one point. He is not the player at the free throw line. I think it's Landwehr. It is Landwehr. My correction on that. In fact, Milton Baumgartner is going back to the bench because I think he might have some blood on his uniform. And both free throws are good for Landwehr. Landwehr 3 for 3 from the line. Sauk Rapids Rice leading 10-8 as we approach 12 minutes to go in the first half. Deng throws it out top to Issa. Packers quickly work it in the left corner. Deng also on the floor for Austin. In the left corner is Issa. 3-pointer short. Goes off a Sauk Rapids Rice player. Rebounded then by Logan Broughton. Broughton is fouled. And Logan Broughton, the senior, will go to the free throw line. Foul whistled against the Storm's Anthony Mossman. It's 10-8 on that Garlick's Water Conditioning and Faribault scoreboard. I was going to invite you to log on to garlicswater.com and get a no-hassle, no-obligation quote or water analysis. Broughton at the free throw line. Now on the season, he's 8 for 14. First free throw good, second free throw good. Sometimes I'll talk about the fact that the look is different behind the hoop when you're in these big arenas. Simply being at the free throw line is different for Logan Broughton. He goes 2 for 2, turned over, Packer ball, 10-10 tie, high off glass, missed it, rebound tip in, good for Duke Gotch. The tip on the miss, Gotch on the points. They announced it differently. You know what? Maybe Gotch didn't touch it. At the other end, Sauk Rapids Rice gets the entry pass, and that one is good for 2. 35. So that's Schlow. I believe Schlow is into the game, and he got that basket. Got to adjust my points here, I do believe, because 12. So it was Deng on the basket. I said that Gotch went up there. Gotch was there for what I thought was going to be a miss, and I really thought Gotch touched it, but I'm way far away. So they do give the basket to Deng. Inside, around, and off by Logan Broughton. So Broughton nearly had his second field goal to go along with a couple of free throws. Now he did miss, but he's not usually the point guy for the Packers. Ball bobbled, Landwehr keeps it, shoots it, misses it, rebound. Sauk Rapids Rice, a lot of congestion inside. Ball pops free, out of bounds off Austin. 10:35 to go in the first half. This is all even at 12 points apiece in this quarterfinal game. O'Banney is back into the game. Substitutions brought to you by Cashwise Foods Owatonna. From subs to chicken and even pizza, Cashwise Foods. Check the deli and find out about their catering as well. Inbound for Treader. Gets a return pass. 12-12 tie, 10.5 to go first half. Pass from Mossman. Now they look inside. Outside Mossman, a really long three. Bubbles out. Rebounded by O'Banney. Packers hustle it ahead. Lead pass on the left wing side, caught by Issa. Moses Issa, 12 points per game. He goes into the corner. That one rattles in and out on the miss by Nagor Deng. Rebounded by Sauk Rapids Rice. They're a little hesitant taking it up the floor against the zone pressure defense, but they did get it into the front court. Pass tipped and stolen by the Packers. Here's Duke Gotch. He runs into a roadblock And that'll be a foul on Milton Baumgartner. I'd have to check himself for more blood after that time, as he was just run over by Gotch. But it is a foul on Milton Baumgartner. His first, team's third. This will be an inbound play for the Packers. 12-12 tie, 10 minutes to go in the first half. Coming out of the right corner is Gotch. Passes it, nice screen and roll, jump stop in the lane, around and through for O'Banney. O'Banney on the basket, averages 7 a game, he's got 6. Against the pressure defense, again, the Sauk Rapids Rice breaks it, bounces it along the baseline on the right wing side. I believe that's Schlow. Now inside, Milton Baumgartner, pass deflected, hit the bottom of the rim, or bottom of the net, taken away by the Austin Packers on another turnover. And then Austin loses the ball out of bounds. About a half dozen turnovers on Sauk Rapids Rice, 3 on the Austin Packers. Hebrink comes back into the game. Cashwise Foods, Owatonna, your sub-sponsor. We'll be looking to see if anyone milks the clock in this game. No one was in that De La Salle Hermantown game, even though, turnover by Sauk Rapids Rice. Pass goes too tall. Someone may milk the clock late in this game. The Goodhue County American Dairy Association reminds you to unleash dairy's potential with the power of protein. That first game, De La Salle, what a nice spin move by Gotch. He really deked his opponent. And Gotch drives to the hoop for the layup. 16-12 Packers with the lead, 9 minutes to go first half. Even though it was 90-63, both teams in the De La Salle win over Hermantown substituted freely, and everybody just kept playing basketball, keep running offense, and keep scoring. De La Salle, 6-time defending champion, scored the win. Packers turn over the ball. I think that's 2 out of the last 3 possessions. Austin has turned the ball over. Our stats are a service of H&R Block. No computer program can possibly come up with every tax question. H&R Block, Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. Turnovers are 6-3. Sauk Rapids Rice has turned the ball over more than Austin. Here's Sauk Rapids Rice in close. Shot goes off the bottom of the backboard. It is saved by Mehdi Obang. And the ball belongs to the Packers, up 16-12. There's a 3 for Isa. That is the first 3 of the game for Austin. Packers now 19-12. Isa 44 for 103 on threes on the season. Jumper from just inside the top of the key is good by Landwehr. We've got a quick timeout indicated by Sauk Rapids Rice. On the Garlicks Water Conditioning scoreboard, it is 19-14 Austin, 8:14 to play in the first half. More basketball from Williams Arena in 30 seconds on KDHL.
The Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp is designed to help each player from the highly skilled to beginners. This camp is for all age groups, boys and girls. The ultimate goal of the camp is to develop well-rounded basketball players emphasizing discipline, floor presence, and team concepts. Each player will receive individual attention designed to help correct and improve areas of weakness and inexperience. Resident and day camperships are available. While this camp teaches fundamentals of basketball, kids also receive quality time used to discuss leadership, motivation, and positive living. Online registration is preferred at GustyBasketballCamp.com. Enrollment limited, filling fast, so go to GustyBasketball.com and register.
Anthony Mossman for Sauk Rapids Rice will be playing football at Gustavus Adolphus College, apparently, in reference to the Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp that Gordy was just telling you about. Austin leads 19-14. Jumper in the lane is good for Moses Isa. Under 8 to play in the first half, 21-14, Austin with the lead. Packers get that pressure on. Sauk Rapids Rice has done a pretty good job of breaking it. They've turned the ball over a couple of times on the pressure, but here they get it inside, and Mossman, just mentioned him as a football player. He scores, averages 13 points a game on the basketball floor. 21-16 Austin with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. On the right side is Isa. His pass goes through the hands of Obang. Taken away by Mossman. He goes the other way and draws the foul on Obang. So Mossman will go to the free throw line with the chance at 2 free throws. You will love a Connecticut water softener from Garlicks Water Conditioning in Faribault on the Garlicks Water scoreboard. 21-16, 7:23 to go in the first half. And at the line is Mossman. First shot misses. Landwehr was 3 for 3 for Sauk Rapids Rice. Logan Broughton has come back into the game for the Packers. 2 points per game for Broughton with 3 rebounds per game, but he's already got 4 in this game today. Second free throw, Mossman, all net on that one. 21-17, 4-point advantage for the Packers. 7:15 to go in the first half. Hebrink into the front court, passes on the right wing side for Dang. That is Dongren Dang. And there's a foul, not a shooting foul. There's a foul on Sauk Rapids Rice. It's either 24 or 25. 24, Landwehr, his first, and the team's fourth. Packers have 5 fouls called on them. Inbound play for Broughton. Baseline right, Packers in red, rainbowed in, caught by Dang and handed it off to Hebrink. Closing in on 7 minutes to go first half. And we'll get to our Pine Island Lumber halftime report. Austin leading 21-17. Clock goes below 7. Hebrink for 3. Absolutely! Hebrink, who is nearly a 50% three-point shooter. He's 50 out of 112. 11 points per game for the senior for the Packers. He has his first 3. It's only the second 3 of the game for Austin. Packers now up 24-17. And there's Landwehr, floats and hits from just left of the lane. Packers, by the way, 2 out of 6 on 3-point tries. Sauk Rapids 1 for 5. Here's another 3-point effort. That's off the heel of the rim. That one misses by Dang. Rebounded by Sauk Rapids Rice. They have a slight advantage, rebounding 9-8. Again, the Storm get the ball quickly up the floor. With it is Treader. Treader looking for somewhere to go. Gets a return pass right back to him. He's guarded by Obang. Right side, this is Mossman for 3. That rims out. Rebound is off of Sauk Rapids Rice. Packer was scrambling into the near corner here to try to get to the ball. You can follow me on Twitter if you like. At Voice of OHS, I tweeted out a picture of the warm-up pants for Sauk Rapids Rice. They go with the green pinstripes. A few teams seem to do that each year. I'm waiting to see which team has the most colorful shoes up here. But Sauk Rapids Rice gets the early vote for most creative warm-up pants. We've got a timeout on the floor with Austin leading 24-19 on the Garlick's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard, and 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Let's pause for 30 seconds on KDHL.
Mering Auction Company in Kenyon is Minnesota's auction leader, specializing in agricultural auctions for farmland and machinery, residential real estate, antiques, and vintage collector items. Mering Auction Company was founded in 1980 and conducts auctions all over the upper Midwest. Nobody does it better. I mean nobody. Mering Auction brings their 3 decades plus of experience, knowledge, and market history to every auction they do. For more information or to check the auction calendar anytime, go to meringauction.com.
So each team has used a timeout here in the first half. Each team is left with 4 for the balance of the game. No TV timeouts until they make it to the semifinals tomorrow. The winner of this game will play at Target Center tomorrow in the 2 o'clock semifinal against either Delano or number 3 seed Mankato East, a pair of Big 9 teams here at the state tournament. Just like for the girls, a pair of Big 9 teams, Northfield, who lost in the state championship game on Saturday. A baseline drive by Obang misses. Rebound by Sauk Rapids Rice. Again, the Packers with that defense that forces Sauk Rapids Rice to be very deliberate with the ball. They get it into the front court, dribbling through a double team. A pass deflected out of bounds by Obang, and it will remain Storm ball. Lee is in off the bench. And when it comes to substitutes, you'll find subs, but also chicken and even pizza at the Cashwise Deli, Cashwise Foods Owatonna. One of our new sponsors to state tournament basketball coverage. 70th year for KDHL Radio to present baseline-to-baseline coverage of the state boys basketball tournament. Sauk Rapids Rice, little drop pass was tipped by a Packer, Nigor Deng. Gordy Kosfeld will have the Lakeville North versus Maple Grove game over on Power 96 Radio. That's scheduled for a 4 o'clock start. Then he'll have Esco versus St. Cloud Cathedral at 8 o'clock from Target Center here on KDHL AM 920. Day one of the State Boys Basketball Tournament. Watch for full broadcast details, game recaps, and more on the KDHL app and KDHLradio.com. Packers force a turnover. Into the front court goes Austin, up 24-19 with 5 minutes to play in the first half. Handed off to Gotch. Gotch, top of the key, has the ball knocked out of his hands, and it is, well, who's got it? It is absolutely still a mad scramble for the ball. Gotch was out of bounds as he tried to touch it and regain possession. Great hustle by Sauk Rapids Rice to create a turnover. 4:44 to go in the first half. Then we'll have the Pine Island Lumber halftime report. Bang checks back into the game for the Packers. 24-19 Austin, 4:40 to go in the first half. Cross-court pass, Mossman. Mossman fires it ahead, way ahead to Lee. That's Kobe Lee, a sophomore guard at 6'2". Now Treader has the ball. He'll go to Milton Baumgartner. There's a pass into the lane, deflected off about 4 sets of hands and taken by Logan Broughton. Packers into the front court is Gotch. He'll deal it over on the right side. Now drop back for O'Banny. He swings it left for Deng. So many of these Austin players can take the three. They haven't attempted a lot of them yet today. 4 minutes to go first half. Packers 24-19 over Sauk Rapids Rice. Here's a college three. That misses. Offensive rebound, though, for Deng. And then he loses it. And we've got a foul on Austin. Not sure on which player just yet, as he lost the ball. And then a scramble for a loose ball results in a foul on the Packers. It might be on Deng. 20. Dongren Deng, his first. Our stats today, a service of H&R Block. Get your maximum refund guaranteed. H&R Block of Lakeville, Owatonna, and Faribault. Inbound by Sauk Rapids Rice. They break the press. Ball tipped away by Logan Broughton. It looked like they might finish with a 2-on-1. Broughton tipped the ball out of bounds. Going to make Sauk Rapids Rice work for it a little more. Sauk Rapids Rice is 7 out of 18 shooting. That's 40%. Austin 10 for 20, 50% shooting from the floor. And really, that's not atypical of what Austin does. They're a 47% shooting team on the season, which even factors in all the many, many threes they take. On threes solely, they're 38%, but a very good shooting team, Austin Packers. Right now, they're playing defense, though. 1-3-1 defense. Inside, loose ball. Sauk Rapids Rice gets to it, to Treader. Skips it over Mossman. Mossman, now quick pass to Landwehr from the right of the lane. Knocks it down. Cody Landwehr, he's got 11 points. He is their main scorer, 16 points per game. 24-21 with 3:20 to go in the first half on the Garlick's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. Packers by 3. Number 3, Isa on the dribble to Gotch. Man defense for Sauk Rapids Rice. They're giving a little bit of room to Broughton as he gets the ball. He bounces it low to Isa. Turnaround jumper from about 12. That was way off. And the rebound taken by the Storm. Storm could close to within 1 or tie it on this possession, and they throw it away. Mistiming on the pass, man cutting, and instead ended up throwing it behind him. Turnovers are 10 on Sauk Rapids Rice, 7 on the Austin Packers. Rebounding 12-10 in favor of Sauk Rapids Rice. They've got a trio of offensive rebounds among those as well. At the high post is Isa. Drives up the lane, draws contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line for, or is he? That might not be a shooting foul. It might be indicating that it was before. Yeah, it's before the shot. And that is the second foul on Mossman. The 5th foul on Sauk Rapids Rice. 2:38 to go in the first half, 24-21. Austin locked in a tight one here in this quarterfinal. So far, the higher seeds, De La Salle and Columbia Heights, have both advanced. Columbia Heights beat St. Thomas Academy 75-62. De La Salle was a 90-63 winner over Hermantown in the opener. There's a pass to Broughton. He'll kick it out to Hebrink. Hebrink drives in, pull up, baseline, knocked it down. Tate Hebrink, 11 points per game. He's got 5, 26-21. Packers with 2:21 to go in the first half on the Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. Pass tipped out of bounds. Water filtration system from Garlic's can help with problem water. garlicswater.com for all the details. 2:17 to go in the first half. Roy on the coverage with Carly back at the KDHL studios. Foul will be called on Isa, and that might put Landwehr back at the free throw line. Isa on his first. Landwehr, who is 3 of 3 on free throws, already 11 points in the game, 16 point, 9 rebound, 2 assist, 2 block average. Hits a free throw, he'll get another. 12 points for him already. Back into the game is O'Banney. Subbing back in from subs to chicken and even pizza. Cash Wise Foods, Owatani in the deli. 5 for 5 from the free throw line for Landwehr, 26-23. So back to a 3-point game. Landwehr comes out of the game. And Landwehr has become the all-time leading scorer at Sauk Rapids Rice. He gets a big round of applause from the fans. There's a leaner at the other end by Tate Hebrink. So he goes into the record books at Sauk Rapids Rice. I think the coach actually pulled him out after the basket just to allow him to get some recognition from the fans. So he has become the all-time leading scorer. So their top scorer is not on the floor. No problem. Braden Treader will score on a baseline dash. 28-25, Austin by 3, a minute 35 to go in the first half. Then it's on to the Pine Island Lumber halftime report. There's a whistle and a foul against Sauk Rapids Rice. It's before the shot was taken by Duth Gotch. And that is the 6th on Sauk Rapids Rice, so it'll be an inbound play for... And let's see who that got called on. I think it was on Treader, his first. Subs coming in for the Packers include Isa. He took a very brief breather, and Obang has come back into the game as well. Minute 33 to go, first half, 28-25 Austin. More basketball throughout the day today. Power 96 for Lakeville North Maple Grove, and then KDHL for the Class AA quarterfinal between ESCO and St. Cloud Cathedral. I'll have Class A quarterfinal games starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow here on KDHL AM 920 from Williams Arena. Right now it's Austin by 3, running a little bit of a delay, milking the clock a little bit. An alley-oop, Hebrink, Duth Gotch, slam dunk. If they were milking, they were lulling Sauk Rapids Rice into a little bit of slumber. And Duth Gotch dashed along the baseline. Now Gotch intercepts a pass, but loses it as he tries to dribble through. And then a layup finishing off that turnover. Basket good by Schlow. And then they try another alley-oop. That one mistimed by Austin. Still a 3-point difference. We've traded some exciting baskets. It's 30-27 Austin with a half minute to go. Passing around the perimeter is Sauk Rapids Rice. 25 seconds. I would certainly expect they would play for the final shot. Final shot of the first half. Down by 3. Packers showing basically a 1-3-1 here. As Treader dribbles in, passes it off with time running out. Nitlin Baumgartner, pressure, 1 second, stolen. Packers shot, didn't have enough oomph on it at the end, and Austin will go into the halftime locker room leading in a close one here. The number 2 seed, number 2 ranked. Austin Packers are only up 30-27 at the half. Just when it looked like they were milking the clock a little bit, they ran that alley-oop to Gotch. The Goodhue County ADA says take the Dairy 3 for Me pledge. Add 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt to your diet and power your day with protein. So it's 30-27. Austin leads at the half. And it's time for the Pine Island Lumber halftime report. When it's time to complete any building project, you want quality materials, and the place to go is Pine Island Lumber. I'll take a 2-minute break and come back for our halftime report. Back in 2 minutes on KDHL.
I learned at an early age that teamwork is essential in our everyday lives. Hi, Brian Elwer, store director at Cashwise Foods, Owatonna. From my early days in youth sports, right up to playing varsity basketball for the Austin Packers, being part of the team, regardless if it's sports, work, or even everyday life, brings us a sense of accomplishment. The team at Cashwise Foods, Owatonna would like to congratulate all participating teams in this year's boys state basketball tournament and wish them all the best of luck. Cashwise Foods is Owatonna's low price leader.
Another money-saving secret from Arm & Hammer.
My name is Malena. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I love Arm & Hammer Sensitive Skin Plus Scent laundry detergent. It cleans really well. It doesn't irritate my skin, and it smells wonderful.
Arm & Hammer Sensitive Skin Plus Scent has a skin-friendly scent people love, so it's preferred 2-to-1 over the leading free and clear detergent, and it costs up to 30% less.
We've been on a very tight budget lately, so it's a no-brainer.
The clean you need at a fraction of the cost.
Water is the essential for all life. Water Systems Company Cannon Valley Water serves southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, and western Wisconsin with the best water. Your choice of Candy Ojai purified water or Chippewa 100% spring water. Hot and cold coolers also available. Salt delivery provided for businesses or homes. The hot tap is awesome for hot chocolate teas or soups. Phone toll-free 888-452-0355. Dundas office is 645-8295.
Make it personal. Make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry in Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
At the half, 30-27. Leading over the Sauk Rapids Rice. Austin Packers lead 30-27. 30-27. All right, some of the individual stats and team stats. Austin 13 for 25 from the floor, 52%, 2 for 8 from three-point range. They are 10 for 22. Sauk Rapids Rice is 10 for 22, about 46%, only 1 for 6 on three-pointers. Free throw shooting, Austin 2 for 2, Sauk Rapids Rice 6 for 7. Rebounding, Sauk Rapids Rice 14, Austin 10. Turnovers, 12 on Sauk Rapids Rice, 8 on Austin. Boy, a lot of these stats are close. I guess that's why it's a three-point game. Largest lead of the first half for Sauk Rapids Rice was 4. Really? Maybe so. I've forgotten they were ahead by even that much. And for Austin, their biggest lead is 7. Maybe well, they must have. It says so on the stats here. The stats can't possibly be wrong, right? So both of these teams have led in the first half. Individual scoring, 13 points to lead all scorers for Landwehr. 4 points for Schlo, 4 points for Treader, 3 apiece for Waldorf and Mossman. For the Austin Packers, 7 points for Hebrink, 6 for Obani, 6 for Gotch, 5 points for Esau, and 4 for Broughton, 2 points for Nagor Deng. Packers average about 78 points per game. They've got 30 in the first half, and that's even on 52% shooting, only 30 points. The statistical rundown, our thanks to the Minnesota State High School League for the great stats, and our thanks to H&R Block of Lakeville, Owatonna, and Faribault. No computer program can possibly come up with every tax question. You're listening to the Pine Island Lumber Halftime Report. When it's time to complete any building project, you want quality materials, and you'll find them at Pine Island Lumber. 30-27, Austin leading in this AAA quarterfinal. I'll take you through some of the brackets as we continue on with the halftime report in 2 minutes on KDHL.
Pine Island Lumber supports high school athletics because they understand what it takes to compete. They also appreciate the projects you may need to get completed around your home or farm. That's why the full-service lumberyard was established in the 1940s to serve the area, supplying everything you need to go from start to finish with a building project of any size. Pine Island stocks quality raw lumber, finished millwork, windows and doors. Check out the Trex decking available, the nation's largest manufacturer of wood alternative decking, railing, and fencing. Make Pine Island Lumber your lumberyard.
Now is the perfect time for children to spruce up their eating habits by making more healthful choices at home and school. Consuming at least 3 servings of milk, cheese, and yogurt each day is a deliciously easy way to help kids maintain strong, healthy bones, muscles, and teeth. Dairy foods contain 3 of 5 nutrients that children don't get enough of: calcium, potassium, and magnesium. Learn more at DairyMakesSense.com. Your local dairy farmers encourage you to enjoy nutritious, delicious dairy products. This message was brought to you by the Goodhue American Dairy Association.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Quartz countertop from Menards are easy to clean, and you'll never need to seal, condition, or wax. Available in 18 different color options, right now starting at just $35.59 a square foot after 11% off. Get 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Good through March 24th. 11% savings or a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from B of I Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval of loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
30-27, Austin with the lead. Got to pass some stats. Oh no! Trying to pass some stats down to the radio guy to my left, but I failed in flinging it all the way down the bench. But he's got a long enough microphone cord that he will retrieve these statistics. I did go through most of the stats here. It's 30-27 at the half, with Austin leading over Sauk Rapids Rice, number 2 ranked Austin, in a battle here with the unseeded Sauk Rapids Rice team. In AAA earlier today, De La Salle, the 6-time defending state champions, scored a 90-63 win over Hermantown. They'll play Columbia Heights in tomorrow's semifinals. Columbia Heights 75-62 over St. Thomas Academy. After this Austin Sauk Rapids Rice duel, it'll be Delano versus number 3 seed Mankato East. Over at Target Center, Cretin-Derham Hall and Eden Prairie have advanced to the semifinals. Forest Lake and Apple Valley are playing right now. Apple Valley, the defending champ. Maple Grove and Lakeville North play at 4 o'clock on Power 96. Later tonight in AA, Jordan plays Minnehaha Academy and then St. Cloud Cathedral against Esco. That St. Cloud Cathedral-Esco game right here on KDHL AM 920. Here at Williams Arena, Breckenridge plays Brooklyn Center and Minnewaska area against Caledonia. And then tomorrow it is the single A tournament. Number 1 seed Mayor Lutheran plays Mahnomen. I'll have the Russell Tyler Ruthden against Hinckley Finlayson game at 1 o'clock tomorrow, the 5-4 game. And the Northwoods versus Heritage Christian Academy quarterfinal. Rushford Peterson plays Cass Lake Bena in the late game tomorrow here at the barn in the quarterfinals. All right, we're wrapping up on the Pine Island Lumber halftime report with quality materials and superb service. Pine Island Lumber wants to be your lumber yard. 30-27, Austin leads Sauk Rapids Rice. Back with the second half in 1 minute on KDHL.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Koenig water system. We have a wide range of Koenig water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's Water.
The Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp is designed to help each player from the highly skilled to beginners. This camp is for all age groups, boys and girls. The ultimate goal of the camp is to develop well-rounded basketball players, emphasizing discipline, floor presence, and team concepts. Each player will receive individual attention designed to help correct and improve areas of weakness and inexperience. Resident and day camperships are available. While this camp teaches fundamentals of basketball, kids also receive quality time used to discuss leadership, motivation, and positive living. Online registration is preferred at GustyBasketballCamp.com. Enrollment limited, filling fast, so go to GustyBasketball.com and register.
Once again, the Skol chant goes up here at Williams Arena. We saw that earlier today as well. Austin Packers clinging to a 30-27 lead over Sauk Rapids Rice. Austin only 2 for 8 on three-pointers. This is a Packer team that loves to shoot the three, with nearly 300 made threes on the season. That's well more than most teams. Packers will go inside on the first possession. Isa on the basket. Packers by 5. Starting lineups of the second half brought to you by Mering Auction Company in Kenyon. Nobody does farmer real estate auctions better. When you're thinking about having such an auction, go to meringauction.com for details. Packer steal, fouled by Sauk Rapids Rice. Austin will find themselves at the free throw line. Duke Gotch. 25, foul is on Mossman, and that is his. Wait, who is the foul on? No, it's not on Mossman. 10, 13. Shot misses. For the Packers, Gotch, Isa, Hebrink, Obang, and Obani. So it's a starting crew. Treader, Waldorf, Milton, Baumgartner, Landwehr, and Mossman. Starting crew out there as well for Sauk Rapids Rice. 33-27, Packers putting on some full court pressure against the Storm. Mossman dribbles into the front court. Swings it over to the left side, driving in, reverse layup. Nice English on that shot by Braden Treader. Treader averages 7 a game. He's got 6. 33-29 Austin in this opening minute of the second half. On the Garlick's Water Conditioning and Faribault scoreboard, garlicswater.com. Water filtration system from Garlick's can help with problem water. Here's Isa. Has the ball stripped out of his hands. No foul on Landwehr. Little bit of contact, but no foul. It'll still be Austin basketball. Packers in red, white numbers, white lettering with Austin across the front of the jerseys. They are attacking the basket to my left, right below me more or less. Into the right corner. Here's Obang for 3. Obang on the basket. It's 36-29. Sauk Rapids Rice front court. Landwehr tosses it back to Treader. Minute gone by, second half. Sauk Rapids Rice has kept it close. Packers have not attempted many threes. They've got their third 3 of the game here in the opening minute and change of the second half. High post pass, foul committed by the Packers. Esau. That should be the second on him and the first on Austin of this second half. Remember, later on I'll have the Taji Jewelry player or players of the game, Taji Jewelry Kenyon, with a great selection of diamonds, just waiting for a home, your home. You don't want just any diamond, you want a Taji Jewelry diamond. Stay tuned for our brief post-game wrap-up and the Taji Jewelry player or players of the game. Top of the key, swung right side for a 3. That one's offline and taken by Obani. Packers on the run into the front court. Hebrink swings it over, left side. Obang is wide open but missed the shot. Rebound by Landwehr. Already the all-time leading rebounder and blocked shot guy in the history of Sauk Rapids Rice basketball. Now the all-time leading scorer. Quick pass over to his right, low post for Mossman, and Mossman took an extra step. Some very close, high-pressure defense by Austin forces the turnover. A couple of minutes into the second half, 36-29 Austin with the lead. Pass is back to Hebrink in the free throw circle. Gives to Gotch. Gotch had 6 points in the first half, including that alley-oop dunk. Driving in is Isa. Kicks it over into the corner for Obani. O'Banny drives in the lane, pulls up, and sets it up and in. He's got 8. He averages 7 points a game. Stats presented by H&R Block. Owatonna, Faribault, Lakeville. Get your maximum refund guaranteed. A little bit of an opening. Contact is drawn by Mossman for Sauk Rapids Rice, but no whistle, no foul. He lost the ball out of bounds. It belongs to Austin. Packers are up by 9. Their biggest lead in the first half, I think I said, was either 4 or 6. See if that is what that's showing here. Biggest lead actually here in the second half is 9. This is their biggest lead. A three-pointer off the front of the rim, and there's only white shirts for the rebound. Sauk Rapids Rice in the white with gold numbers and black trim. 38-29, Packers by 9. We've gone 3 minutes into the second half, and there's a turnover. Austin on the run, 3-on-1. Hooked and hooked into the lane, set up and in there by Esau. Esau's up to 9 points himself. Packers have their first double-digit lead, 40-29. A 10-2 run to start the second half for the Austin Packers. Now, only one of those shots has been a 3. There's a shot by Sauk Rapids Rice. It misses. Hebrink saves it and then hurls it off the legs. But Landwehr, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor taken by Sauk Rapids Rice, as Austin has gone on a pretty big run here to start the second half on the Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. 40-29, the Packers lead the Storm. Back with more basketball in 1 minute on KDHL.
You don't want to miss a Saturday morning clean farm retirement auction for Rod and Ron Stone in rural Claremont. Matt Maring's call begins at 9:30 Saturday morning at 10081 670th Street. This auction features John Deere equipment, tractors, and a combine, a 9610, also a John Deere 7200 planter, Case XT60 skid loader, very clean twin screw farm grain trucks. If you can't be there, bid online at maringauction.com.
I learned at an early age that teamwork is essential in our everyday lives. Hi, Brian Elwer, store director at Cashwise Foods Owatonna. From my early days in youth sports, right up to playing varsity basketball for the Austin Packers, being part of the team, regardless if it's sports, work, or even everyday life, brings us a sense of accomplishment. The team at Cashwise Foods Owatonna would like to congratulate all participating teams in this year's boys state basketball tournament and wish them all the best of luck. Cashwise Foods is Owatonna's low price leader.
Big run to start the second half for the Austin Packers. They are up 40-29. Hebrink for 3, in and out. Bounced off the inner part of the rim, but didn't go in. Packers put on that pressure, broken by Sauk Rapids Rice. Baseline drive, shot good for Mossman. Mossman on the basket. That is his first field goal of the second half, and he's got 5 points. Gotch at the other end, missed the shot. The tip in is good. Actually, I'm not sure who got the tip in on that play. Makes the score 42-31. 21-21. So let's see. Mossman got the 2. It's O'Banny on the tip in on the miss by Gotch. 42-31. At the other end, an athletic attempt at the charging runner, missed by Treader. Rebound Packers. They hurry it into the front court. Esau gives to O'Banny. Now Hebrink on the drive, and he'll try a similar looking sort of play that Treader just tried, and he'll miss as well. Kind of a scoop shot, leaning drive up the lane. Neither of them go, and it's 42-31. Baseline jumper at the other end is in and out for Schlow, and then Schlow trying to knock the ball away from Hebrink commits the foul. It'll be an Austin inbound. Just over 5 minutes gone by in the second half, 42-31 in favor of the Austin Packers. So they had a 10-2 run at one time here in the second half. Packers now lead by 11 points on the Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. Get a no-hassle, no-obligation quote or water analysis. Log on to garlicswater.com. Reset the lineup for you here very soon as Hebrink dribbles into the front court, gives the ball to Esau. Esau drive, reverse layup, good. Esau's got 11 points. And the Packers lead 44-31 with 12:35 to go in the second half. Austin puts on pressure as they get the ball into the front court. Milton Baumgartner gives off to his left, now in the left corner. Hebring steps in front of a pass, a steal. Bit of a jailbreak, 4-on-2. Lead pass ahead for Issa. Issa gets the roll, and he's going to go to the free throw line as well. Hebring got that going with the great steal and led to a fast break the other direction. So on the floor is Deng and Obani. Hebring and Deng. Deng and Deng are both on the floor. And Issa will go to the free throw line. So a couple of subs are in the game. There's no substitute for the quality you'll find at Cash-Wise Foods in Owatonna. And remember, the Taste of Easter is this Friday, 3:30 to 6:30. And Saturday from 11 to 2. The three-point play shot is short on the free throw. But you got to check out the Taste of Easter at Cash-Wise Foods of Owatonna. You'll find all sorts of different samples and so many of the departments at Cash-Wise Foods on Friday, 3:30 to 6:30, Saturday, 11 to 2 in Owatonna. Cash-Wise Foods. A foul whistled on Hebring. He was trying to knock the ball free from behind. Hebring will be called on his second. 46-31. Austin getting a little bit of control in this game. Issa out. Back into the game is Logan Broughton. He's been a bit of a spark plug. He had 4 points quickly in that first half. Inbounded into the backcourt by Sauk Rapids Rice. Mossman will hook it into the corner. Then Schlow for three. Are you kidding? Joshua Schlow hit the three. That is his first three-pointer of the season. Now Mossman on a steal. 46-34 Packers. Little trouble controlling the ball. He bounces it down low but traveled. He lost the handle on the basketball and then was called on a travel. So he created a turnover at one end but committed it at the other. According to the Minnesota High School League stats, Schlow 0 for 3 on the season on three-pointers. And here at the state tournament, he attempts one and makes it to draw the gap to less than 10. 11 and a half to go, 46-34. I guess it's still 12-point difference, actually. But still a big three-pointer for Sauk Rapids Rice, whatever they can do to try and get back into the game. Shot misses for Austin. And then breaking the pressure defense is Sauk Rapids Rice. Pass to the high post, now into the corner to Schlow. He goes outside to Treader. Treader drives in, pulls up, threads a pass through. Packers come up with the steal, and who has it? It's Logan Broughton. Into the front court, Hebring hurls a pass into the corner to Deng. Deng to Broughton. I'd be equally surprised to see Broughton launching threes. There's an 18-footer, missed, offensive rebound. Blocked shot by Mossman, but the Packers get the ball. They continue with this possession. On the right wing side is Deng. Deng steps inside of the three-point arc, misses. Rebound, Broughton. Broughton kicks it out to Hebring. We go to 10:35 to go in the second half. 46-34, Austin Packers lead. Right side, Obani. Obani drives, bumps. Oh boy, that's going to be a foul on Obani. Yeah, you could see him lower the shoulder and really put himself into the defender. Obani called on the foul. We'll see if anybody milks the clock later on. They'll make dairy producers proud. The Goodhue County American Dairy Association reminds you to unleash dairy's potential with the power of protein. You know, these guys have had their protein and dairy in order to be competing at the level that they are here at Williams Arena in the 106th State Boys High School Basketball Tournament. Mossman into the front court, passes it ahead to Schlow. Schlow gets by a defender, takes a little bit of a wild runner. Missed it, rebound. It is Austin tipped it out of bounds before Broughton made the effort to save it. So it is Sauk Rapids Rice basketball. Garlick's water conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. 46-34, Packers lead, 10:14 to go in the second half. Sauk Rapids Rice did have a lead briefly in the first half. Austin has led most of the way, but it's been tight, at least for the entire first half. Packers have opened up a bit of a gap here in the second half with their double-digit lead right now. Pass deflected, that goes out of bounds. It will remain Storm basketball. Sauk Rapids Rice, 15 points, by the way, is the biggest lead Austin has had. Shooting 49%. Sauk Rapids Rice down to 42%. 18 turnovers by Sauk Rapids Rice, 10 on Austin. Packers are only 3 for 12 on three-pointers. Milton Baumgartner had it, thought about a shot, elected not to. And then handed off down low and just turned over. A little bit too hot on the handoff. It was intended for Schloh and just came off his hands out of bounds. And there's a sub into the game. Treader. Cashwise Foods, Owatonna. They cater, too. 10 minutes to go, second half, 46-34 Packers. Number 2 seed, state runner-up a year ago. 3-time runner-up since 2013. Trying to figure out how to beat De La Salle. Got to figure out how to win 2 games before that, however. And that assumes De La Salle wins our semifinal game tomorrow. There's a runner in the lane, missed by Gotch. Got his own rebound, kicked it out and around. Left corner, open is Esau. Three-pointer offline. Gotch almost had the rebound. Instead, it goes off the hands of Treader and taken by Landwehr. Treader has the ball, front court, 9.5 to go. It's still a 12-point lead for the Austin Packers. Milton Baumgartner, hyphenated last name, gets the ball over to Mossman. Back to Milton Baumgartner, wears the lucky number 13 on his back. Has it again. Hooks it over to Mossman. Mossman for a really long three, but missed it. Rebound off some hands and taken by Landwehr. Landwehr, turn around, just inside the free throw line, missed it. Mossman, great timing. Mossman goes up the left of the lane and got the tip in on the putback. It's a 10-point gap. There's a 30-second timeout on the floor by Sauk Rapids Rice, 46-36. Back in 30 seconds for more playoff state tournament basketball, 30 seconds away on KDHL.
Water is the essential for all life. Water Systems Company Cannon Valley Water serves southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, and western Wisconsin with the best water. Your choice of Candy Ojai purified water or Chippewa 100% spring water. Hot and cold coolers also available. Salt delivery provided for businesses or homes. The hot tap is awesome for hot chocolate teas or soups. Phone toll free 888-452-0355. Dundas office is 645-8295.
See if the Big Nine Conference can do well here at the state boys basketball tournament. Had a state runner-up on the girls' side last week with Northfield. Girls finishing in second behind Robbinsdale Cooper. And here Mankato East will play later today. Austin right now leading, driving, shooting, scoring is Esau. Averages 12 points a game. He's got 15 so far. 48-36. Steal by the Packers. And Broughton ends up with the basketball once again. Now they're in the front court. Esau from the right corner for three. His second three of the game. Esau, 44 for 103 on threes coming into this game. That is a pretty incredible three-point shooting percentage. Packers only had 2 3-pointers in the first half. Now they've only got 2 here in the second half as well. But they've created a number of turnovers and are starting to open up a bit of a gap right now on Sauk Rapids Rice. Our statistics, by the way, big thanks to H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, Owatonna. Get your maximum refund guaranteed. Shot by Schloh, misses, got his own rebound, missed that. Esau, the rebound for the Packers. He's the leading rebounder. Whoops. And Austin just kind of mishandled that ball, a totally unforced turnover. Rebounding leader for Austin is Obani. Hebrink has 4, Obani has 5, and Deng has 4. Rebound leader is Mossman with 9, 7 for Landwehr for Sauk Rapids Rice. 51-36, Austin, 7:54 to go. As I said, an unforced turnover by the Packers. They still have half the turnovers that Sauk Rapids Rice does at 19, Austin at 10. Sauk Rapids Rice with the ball, 7:40 to go. They're down by 15 points. This matches the biggest lead the Packers have had in this game. Baseline jumper shot misses with Broughton in the face of Landwehr. And the Packers get the rebound. This is Deng into the front court. Esau with the reverse layup, but did not get that spin off the glass properly. Rebounded by, and then Treader into the front court. Three-pointer from the right corner. Knockdown. Three-pointer by Mossman. Mossman's a big man, but he's a pretty good three-point shooter, 61 out of 152. It's a lot of three-pointers made and a lot attempted. I believe that he is the top three-point shooting player, in fact, for Sauk Rapids Rice. 51-39. That's a 12-point difference with under 7 minutes to go. Broughton with the basketball for the Packers. He will hand the ball off to Isa. Isa is trying to hand it off on a just kind of a passing play to Nigor Dang, and Dang is fouled. It'll be an inbound play for Austin. Anthony Massman for the foul. That'll be his second and the team's fourth. 4 fouls on Sauk Rapids Rice, just 4 on the Austin Packers. Fairly quick-moving game here on KDHL, AM 920, Faribault, Minnesota. This is Roy Koenig on the coverage. Carly Ross back at the KDHL studios in Faribault as a three-pointer is up and skims off the rim, off the hands of Obang. And this is going to be Sauk Rapids Rice basketball. For a 70th year, KDHL Radio, excited and proud to bring you coverage of the State High School Boys Basketball Tournament. Gordy Kosfeld will have the Lakeville North Maple Grove boys game at 4 on Power 96. Inbound by Sauk Rapids Rice. Jabbed away and stolen by the Austin Packers. Isa with the ball, now Hebrink. The Packers can certainly milk a little clock. Goodhue County, American Dairy Association, happy to say that. Inside, Isa's open, why not score? He missed it, actually. And then Hebrink following up on the rebound try. I think Hebrink is the one that'll go to the free throw line, as Isa was right there, just missed his shot with a defender in his face. Sauk Rapids Rice. Landwehr, his third, and the team's fifth. Hebrink at the line. Hebrink gets 2 free throws. He hit the first. This is his first trip to the free throw line. 50 for 65 on the season. Free throw shooting for Tate Hebrink. He makes the first. That gives him 8 points in the game. 52-39, and the second one equally good, 53-39. Full court pressure by the Packers. 6:10 to go on the Garlick's Water Conditioning and Faribault scoreboard. And skip pass into the front court to Treader. Treader into the right corner. Three-pointer on its way off the front of the rim. Tapped out. Milton Baumgartner. He launches a long three. It's all down. A straight-on long three. The first points in the game for Milton Baumgartner. And a steal at the other end. Now on this possession, Sauk Rapids Rice could close to within 10, except it's stolen back by Gotch. Races ahead. Gotch on the layup, too strong. Follow up, tipped back up and in, or put back up and in, I should say, by Obani. So just when it looked like Sauk Rapids Rice might be able to pull within 10, Gotch creates a turnover. The trailer on the play, Obani, puts it in. He's got a dozen points, 55-42 with 5:15 to go. Here's Landwehr, misses the shot, rebounded by, goes off some Austin hands, and Mossman, a nice move by Mossman, ducks up and under to get the scoop shot up and in and draw the foul as well. And Sauk Rapids Rice needs points. They get a 3-point play chance here. They can draw within 10 on a successful free throw. 55-44 Austin with 5:07 to go. Checking back into the game is Esau, subbing back in. No substitute for the quality you'll find at Cashwise Foods Owatonna. From subs to chicken and even pizza at the deli at Cashwise Foods. They cater too. 3-point play is a success for Mossman. And now it's 55-45. The Sauk Rapids Rice puts on pressure. Packers break it into the front court. Under 5 to play, and they throw the ball away. It's hard to imagine a pass that's too tall for 6'5" Duth Gotch, but there it was. Austin will sub in Nigor Deng. 4:53 to go, 10-point game. Sauk Rapids Rice, who's trailed by as many as 15 points, trying to climb back into this one. Storm, drive, shot, miss. Hebrink the rebound for the Packers. And then a pushing foul is whistled on Sauk Rapids Rice. 7 out of 8 from the free throw line for Sauk Rapids Rice. 5 for 7 for Austin. That's not been a big factor. Austin's lack of three-point shooting has been a contributing factor. Stats of the game brought to you by H&R Block. Lakeville, Owatonna, Faribault. No computer program can possibly come up with every tax question. See H&R Block. Hebrink with the ball. No-look pass. Down low to Gotch. Gotch gets blocked. The ball is blocked. No foul. And then I think Issa is called on a foul in the battle for the loose basketball after Gotch simply has his shot blocked. Duth Gotch on the foul. That is his second and the sixth on Austin. 4:26 to go. It's a 10-point lead. Packers right now leading 55-45. Their average points per game are 78, and they're at 55 with 4:26 to go. Hats off to Sauk Rapids Rice for just making things tough for Austin, but at the state tournament, you really expect things to be tough. Stay tuned for the post-game Taji Jewelry player or players of the game. Taji Jewelry Kenyon. You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond. Shot misses. Rebound is taken by Issa. Oh, there's a little bit of pushing and a little bit of unsportsmanlike things going on between the two teams there. A couple of players bumped each other coming up the floor. And the foul goes against. Let's see who gets called on the foul on a bit of maybe a retaliation. And the foul is on Sauk Rapids Rice. A Sauk Rapids Rice player felt that he was fouled by an Austin player. And then Waldorf, I believe, is the one that he gets called for committing the foul. And it's a 1-and-1 for the Packers. That's a big call. 4:04 to go in the second half, 55-45. KDHL, Faribault, Minnesota, with a 70th year covering the state high school boys basketball tournament. Day one of 4 days of baseline-to-baseline coverage. 1-and-1 for Issa. First shot good. Packers' lead is back to a dozen. Big thanks to Pine Island Lumber presenting the halftime report, which they'll do out throughout the course of the tournament. Pine Island Lumber. When it's time to complete any building project, you want quality materials, and the place to go is Pine Island Lumber. Issa with a second free throw coming. 4:04 to go, 56-45. Free throw misses, offensive rebound. Hebrink has the ball. Packer basketball with under 4 minutes to play, leading 56-45 over Sauk Rapids Rice. Issa was wide open in the left, but they're just going to milk the clock a little bit. Goodhue County ADA proud of their milking the clock here with 3:45 to go, leading by 11. Because Issa was wide open and did not shoot. Obani gives it to Gotch. Now it's Deng with the basketball. We're going to have to pull out Sauk Rapids Rice, see if they want to commit a foul just yet. 3:30 to go. Hebrink on the dribble, guarded by Milton. Baumgartner creates a turnover, and it belongs to Schlow. He's going to take it, give it off at the last second. I think it's Mossman that finishes off the fast break for Sauk Rapids Rice. Now it's a 9-point game, 3 remaining, 56-47. Sauk Rapids Rice able to get the turnover that time without committing a foul or giving free throws to the Packers. 7 fouls on Sauk Rapids Rice. 6 have been committed by Austin. 3 minutes to go in the ball game, or at least regulation. Sauk Rapids Rice hoping to battle it back. 56-47. Packers on the lead on the Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. Hebrink on the dribble, right on the large letter M at Minnesota Golden Gophers home. And they find a little sliver, a little opening for Nagor Deng to go into and to the hoop. 58-47, Austin with 2:35 to go. At the other end, Schlow is open underneath. He'll score. Big night for him. 4-8, 11 points for Schlow, and we get a timeout on the floor. 2:31 remaining. It's 58-49, Austin with the lead. We've got more basketball in 30 seconds on KDHL.
Make it personal, make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry and Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
Timeout was taken by Sauk Rapids Rice. They only have one timeout remaining. Still 4 timeouts left for Coach Fadness and the Austin Packers. Coverage yet to come today of Lakeville North versus Maple Grove. That'll be a 4 o'clock tap on Power 96 radio or the Power 96 app. And then later on, Gordy will have coverage here on KDHL of ESCO and St. Cloud Cathedral in a AA quarterfinal at Target Center. I'll be back on with the Class A games tomorrow at 1. Hinkley Finlayson against Russell Tyler Ruthkin in the first of back-to-back Class A quarterfinals. Here the Austin Packers are still in a battle with Sauk Rapids Rice. Full court pressure by Sauk Rapids Rice. Packers go back and forth between Esau and Deng to get the ball into the front court. Cutting his Gotch. He's blocked. The shot is blocked on his baseline cut. Great pass. He just didn't finish at the rim. 2:08 to go. 9-point difference, 58-49. Oh, Mossman, I think, was going to shoot a 3, but the ball fell out of his hands. Now, he didn't lose it or turn it over, but missed on what was going to be a 3-point try. Schlow throws it away. He was looking down low for Landwehr. Landwehr was in a little battle with an Austin player, a little pushing, a little shoving, and Landwehr ended up kind of going the wrong direction for the pass. Turnover against Sauk Rapids Rice. They've got more than twice as many turnovers, or I shouldn't say more than twice as many, but they've got about 22 and Austin at 13. So it's a significant number difference in turnovers. Minute 40 to go. It's 58-49, Packers with the lead, and the ball handed off to Hebrink. At some point here, Sauk Rapids Rice is going to have to commit fouls. This is Esau. Esau floats and misses the shot. Rebounded by Landwehr. Sauk Rapids Rice gets the possession back. Three-pointer is up and short. Esau the rebound. Now down to a minute 15 to go. And a 58-49 lead for Austin. Gotta wonder, when is the Storm going to start committing fouls? Esau on the front court. He's had a tremendous second half. Esau has had one three-pointer in the second half. Then we get a whistle and a foul. And that foul is 25, Mossman. That is his third and the 7th team foul. So now we go to the bonus. Obani gets a 1-and-1. Obani has not attempted a free throw. He does have 12 points in the game, 7-point average per game for him. Free throw good. 25 out of 46 on free throws, so not a great percentage on the season for Obani. Packers lead is a double-digit advantage once again, 59-49, 1:02 to go. Be sure to watch KDHLradio.com for game stories on these games and broadcast schedule updates. KDHLradio.com. You can read about the De La Salle victory at KDHLradio.com. Here's a shot missed by Schlow, got his own rebound, up and off, and then got the rebound. 10-point lead, 45 seconds to go. Sauk Rapids Rice is going to have to commit fouls here pretty soon, and Milton Baumgartner grabs a hold of Hebrink as he's running by. Tate Hebrink will go to the line. Well, Packers did a good job eating up some clock, milking the clock, if you will, a little bit here. The Goodhue County ADA says, take the Dairy 3 for Me pledge. 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt to your diet. The power of protein. First free throw good for Hebrink. Packers looking real good to advance to the semifinals where they would play tomorrow in the second game against the winner of the next game between Mankato East and Delano. Maybe, just maybe, an all Big 9 semifinal. Second free throw missed. Three-pointer on its way. It's good for Mossman. 60-52. We've got another timeout on the floor. And I'll hold it here for this timeout. And remind you, at the conclusion of the broadcast, I'll have the Taji Jewelry player or players of the game, Taji Jewelry in Kenyon, with a terrific selection of diamonds, just waiting for a home, your home. You don't want just any diamond, you want a Taji Jewelry diamond. 35 seconds to go in this quarterfinal. There is, as I just indicated, one more Class 3A quarterfinal, and that'll be Delano versus Mankato East. But Gordy Kosfeld will have the 4A quarterfinal between Lakeville North and Maple Grove over on Power 96 Radio. That's scheduled for a 4 o'clock tap. Lakeville North and Maple Grove, the communities just squared off head-to-head in the girls' tournament a week ago with Lakeville North winning in overtime before Lakeville North went on to take the third-place trophy at Concordia on St. Patty's Day. Timeouts, none left for Sauk Rapids Rice. They're down by 8 at 60-52 on the Garlick's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. Log on to garlicswater.com to get a no-hassle, no-obligation quote or water analysis. 60-52. Austin, Big 9 co-champion, leading over Sauk Rapids Rice, and Isa will be fouled by Milton Baumgardner. So with 33 seconds to go, Isa will make his way to the free throw line, where I believe he is 1 out of 3. But Isa with 19 points in the game today. 10th team foul, so it's 2 shots for Isa. Isa, a senior, 12-point average per game, but 19 points in this one. There is discussion between the official and head coach Peterson. And Lee comes back into the game, and I wonder if did he foul out of the game, or are they just taking him out with 4 fouls? A little bit of a delay as they make a change. So a sub comes into the game. Lee, from subs to chicken and even pizza. Cashwise Foods in Owatonna. And I'm hungry. Cashwise Deli is a little ways away for me, but probably not for you. Swing by Cashwise Owatonna, presenting the subs of the game. So Lee checks into the game for Sauk Rapids Rice. Only in their second ever state tournament appearance. For Austin, this is their 31st appearance at state. 2 shots, Isa short on the first. So not doing so well in free throw shooting. Isa at 49 out of 79 on the season free throw shooting coming into this game today. 33 seconds to go. Packers lead by 8. 60-52. And the next shot is good. 61-52. Sauk Rapids Rice will hurry into the front court. They need points in a big hurry. Pass, left side, 3-pointer, good. And who got that? Was it Lee? I think it was Lee. Yeah, Kobe Lee on the 3. Now there's a whistle and a very quick foul committed by Sauk Rapids Rice. So it's 61-55. And Hebrink is the one that gets fouled after the inbound pass, so he'll go to the free throw line. The Packer players do not line each side of the lane. They're not worried about rebounds here. They're worried about just playing defense in the event of a missed free throw. First free throw is good, so that makes it a 7-point lead. Hebrink at the line. Hebrink 3 out of 4 on free throws. The lead is now 62-57. Garlick's Water Conditioning, a water filtration system from Garlick's, can help with problem water. Both free throws made. 63-55, 18 seconds to go. Sauk Rapids Rice. Here's Massman for a long 3 that missed. Rebounded by Deng. And Deng out of control. Lost the basketball. Landwehr up and off. Rebounded by O'Bany. O'Bany gets mugged with 6.5 seconds to go. And O'Bany will go to the other side of the floor and shoot free throws. This one's over, folks. Mankato East is going to advance to the state semifinals again. They have been a state runner-up on an amazingly frequent basis. They have been the runner-up 3 times since 2013, including last year losing to De La Salle in the championship game. Mankato East is going to survive a pretty close one here against Sauk Rapids Rice and move into tomorrow's semifinals. At the free throw line is O'Bany. He gets 2 free throws. 63-55. The shot is short, but it's still an 8-point lead with 6.5 seconds to go. A couple of subs are coming into the game to get a couple of seniors on the floor for Sauk Rapids Rice. As Schlichting checks in, as does Silbernick. New into the game for the Austin Packers. Hawkshead is in the game. I haven't seen him out there a lot. Second free throw good for O'Bany. The score is 64-55. Into the front court. Mossman, a wild 3. That's the ball game. 64-55. The Austin Packers victorious on the Garlick's Water Conditioning of Faribault scoreboard. 64-55. The Austin Packers advance to tomorrow's semifinals. where they will play the winner of the next game between Delano and Mankato East. So with your final score, 64-55, let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll get into the post-game report, a couple of stats presented by H&R Block, Owatonna, Lakeville, and Faribault. Get your maximum refund guaranteed, and the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon, player or players of the game. I'll do that for you after a 1-minute timeout on KDHL.
Appreciates the accomplishments of the high school athletes throughout the area. They know the hard work it takes. They can also relate to projects you may need to get completed around your home or farm. That's why the full-service lumberyard provides only quality building materials like Anderson Windows and Doors, a Minnesota company you can trust. Anderson Windows and Doors are made to order, one at a time, to your exact specifications. Anderson has high-performance, energy-efficient products. Pine Island Lumber is also known for their personal service, with delivery and drafting and design services to assist in making your project click every step of the way. Make Pine Island Lumber your lumberyard.
Take the Dairy 3 for Me pledge. Did you know that dairy products you've always loved are packed with nutrition? By participating in a Dairy 3 for Me pledge, you are committing to getting the 3 recommended servings of dairy by enjoying some of your favorite items like milk, cheese, and yogurt every day. Milk provides 9 essential nutrients, including calcium, potassium, phosphorus, protein, vitamins A, D, B12, riboflavin, and niacin. Milk is affordable. An 8-ounce glass of milk is only about 25 cents. This message was brought to you by the Goodhue County ADA.
3 out of 4 games are done in the quarterfinals for Class 3A boys basketball here at Williams Arena. Mankato East and Delano are going to take the floor shortly to determine that final semifinal opponent. A reminder that today's lineups are brought to you by Mehring Auction Company in Kenyon. Nobody does farm or real estate auctions better. When you're thinking of having a farm or real estate auction, start by contacting MehringAuction.com. Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault. Log on to garlicswater.com and get a no-hassle, no-obligation quote or water analysis. Your final score, Austin 64, Sauk Rapids Rice 55. Now for the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon, player or players of today's game. I will actually take a player from each team. For Sauk Rapids Rice, Anthony Mossman. He was playing with 3 fouls there at times in the second half, yet he was able to stay out there, and after only 3 points in the first half, scored 13 in the second half, hit a couple of big 3-pointers late in the game. A future Gusty football player, Anthony Mossman, Taji Jewelry player of the game for Sauk Rapids Rice. The Storm dropped to 21-9 on the season. And for the Austin Packers, Moses Isa had only 5 points in the first half, but scored 15 in the second half. Austin was only up by 3 at the half. They lengthened their lead out to 15 points at times in the second half. And Esau hit a couple of 3-pointers in the second half. I think he was only 2 of 5 from the free throw line. But Austin's well-rounded play, they were able to kind of pull away a bit in that second half. And certainly Esau was a big part of that. And so Moses Esau of the Austin Packers is the Austin player of the game, presented by Taji Jewelry in Kenyon. Our thanks to the Goodhue County American Dairy Association. Unleash dairy's potential with the power of protein. And remember, this Friday and Saturday at Cashwise Foods in Owatonna, they've got the Taste of Easter going on. Friday, 3:30 to 6:30. Saturday, 11 to 2. There's all sorts of different items in different departments you can sample. That is at Cashwise Foods in Owatonna. How about the stats of the game? H&R Block presents the stats of the game. Let's see what we've got there. If this opens up okay. Final score 64-55. Austin shot 24 of 55 for 44%. Sauk Rapids Rice 21 of 54 for 39%. Packers were only 4 of 15 on 3-pointers. Just a little uncharacteristic for them. Sauk Rapids Rice was 6 of 17. Free throw shooting, Austin 12 of 19, Sauk Rapids Rice 7 of 8. Rebounding, a slight edge to Sauk Rapids Rice 36-32. The Storm turned the ball over 23 times, the Packers just 14. Sauk Rapids Rice did have a 4-point lead at one time in the first half. Austin's biggest lead was 15 points on more than one occasion in the second half. Packers end up winning 64-55. Issa with 20 points, had 3 rebounds in the game. 14 points for Obani with 8 rebounds. 12 points for Hebrink. He had 7 rebounds and 4 assists. 7 points for Duth Gotch. Couple of rebounds. 3 assists in there as well. 4 points each for Deng and Broughton. 3 points for Obang for the Packers. Broughton, by the way, did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with 4 points. For Sauk Rapids Rice, 18 points for Mossman. I think I said 16, so I'll correct that. 18 points for him. Mossman ends up with 18 points, had 11 rebounds and 5 assists. 13 points and 11 rebounds for Cody Landwehr, and Landwehr became the all-time leading scorer in Sauk Rapids Rice history with his point total today. All-time leading scorer, also the all-time leading rebounder and blocked shots statistic in that school history. So those 2 players in double figures. Joshua Schlow had 9 points off the bench for Sauk Rapids Rice. And again, statistics, a courtesy of H&R Block, Lakeville, Owatonna, and Faribault. And thanks to Pine Island Lumber, presenting the halftime report when it's time to complete any building project you want. Quality materials, and you'll find them at Pine Island Lumber. So the update on AAA basketball, De La Salle advancing 90-63 over Hermantown. Columbia Heights beat St. Thomas Academy 75-62. Austin, a 64-55 winner over Sauk Rapids Rice, and Delano and Mankato East will play next. Over in 4A basketball, Cretin-Durham Hall and Eden Prairie both scored wins today. Gordy Kosfeld is about to present the Lakeville North versus Maple Grove game. That's over on Power 96 Radio. He'll give you an update on Apple Valley versus Forest Lake as well. Defending champion Apple Valley playing Forest Lake in a game that probably has wrapped up. Gordy will get you all the details on that. And Gordy will also have one of the Class AA quarterfinals later on tonight, an 8 o'clock tap between ESCO and St. Cloud Cathedral. I'll probably be checking that out on the KDHL app as I prepare for my coverage tomorrow here from the barn for the Class A quarterfinals. On the radio tomorrow with Hinckley Finlayson against Russell Tyler Ruthven. I will do a lot in the way of warming up my tongue before I try to tackle those combination of teams. Hinckley Finlayson and Russell Tyler Ruthven. And then I'll also have the Northwoods versus Heritage Christian Academy matchup, back-to-back quarterfinal doubleheader tomorrow, and plenty more coverage in the championship 4A semifinals with Gordy tomorrow from Target Center. 4 days of baseline-to-baseline coverage of the State Boys Basketball Tournament as we're presenting that for you for a 70th year here on KDHL Radio. Big thanks to this afternoon's sponsors, H&R Block in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault. Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp, St. Peter. Matt Mering Auction Service of Kenyon. Cash Wise Foods, Owatonna. Cannon Valley Water, part of Water Systems of Minnesota. Taji Jewelry of Kenyon. Pine Island Lumber, and Goodhue County ADA. Again, yet to come today, Lakeville North versus Maple Grove on Power 96 Radio and the Power 96 app, and then the ESCO St. Cloud Cathedral game here on KDHL Radio. For Carly Ross back at the KDHL studios, my name is Roy Koenig. Thank you very much for tuning in to State Tournament Basketball on the mighty 920 KDHL, where the Austin Packers have just defeated Sauk Rapids Rice 64-55. Good afternoon from the barn.